Alright guys, what's up? So we're going to continue today. This is the same day as the HID fog light fix video. We're going to go ahead and go inside and we're going to start pulling the lenses off of my headlights so we can get the inside shroud out to take it to paint tomorrow morning early. So I ran back out here to get my tripod real quick. So the way I'm going to film this, I'm going to try to, I'll go in there and I'll show you what they look like now. And then I'm just going to go into a time lapse of me and my dad pulling them apart. He's going to help me. And if you guys have any questions about pulling them apart or anything, just leave comments down below. And then I'll kind of try to film the second one a little bit better, but I'll just do a time lapse because we are in a time crunch. But if you guys have any questions again about pulling the lenses apart, you can either leave a comment below or you can DM me on Instagram and I will help you the best I can, because I do have an extra set of headlights that I pulled apart earlier and I took a little bit better pictures and stuff fit so I can upload them to Instagram or send them to you or whatever. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's get my tripod out, go inside and start pulling these apart. Okay guys, so the first pointer I was going to tell you is you're going to want to go ahead and pull from your turn signal in if you have the same type of headlights, or you want to pull from the bigger part to the smaller part, just so you have more to grab a hold of. And then, so what we're going to do is there's actually screws in the back of the headlight. We're going to unscrew those first, and then you're just going to slowly just start working it. And then you can kind of tell this is the first one I took off. When the plastic starts getting hot, you can kind of see right here how it starts to bubble up. This is just an extra one that we had left over I used to experiment on. So that's when you know you're starting to get too hot, so you need to get the heat off of it. And then the other thing that you got to do is there's actually little tabs, and that'll actually release once you start heating it up. So that's the other thing you have to watch out for. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's get into the time lapse and we'll get started. One last thing I forgot to say is make sure you take out all your bulbs. I about forgot to turn out the turn signal, but anyway, yeah, just make sure you have all your bulbs taken out. Alright guys, so now we got the lens off. So actually what we're going to do is I'm going to have him paint the whole inside of this. Like I said before, it's going to be the same as the paint color of the car. So we're going to go ahead and pull this off of the lens, but I still have to take in the lens too because I'm going to have the eyelids redone, because as you guys can see we got some rock chips on them. So we're going to go ahead, and there is, I believe, 3 screws or 2 screws. There's 2 screws in this that hold it to the lens itself, and then we'll go ahead and we'll pop out this amber side marker light so you don't have to worry about masking that off. Alright guys, so the way my headlights are built, this piece is actually seen in the headlight when it's closed up, so we're going to pop this out because I'm actually going to get the reflectors for the high beams and the turn signals. I'm actually going to have those either painted like in a black chrome, or I'm just going to have them color match too, because you guys know I have the fog lights that are HIDs, I'll have the projectors that are HIDs, and now I'll have the halos. So I should have plenty of light, and then I'll still have the high beams if I need them. They just won't be as bright. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this out, and we're going to take this reflector lens out. Alright guys, so we went ahead and pulled the lens off the other headlight off camera, just because it's the same thing. You just do the same thing again. Everything came out pretty good. Just be careful when you get near the end. This corner kind of wants to split a little bit, so just make sure you heat it up and take your time on the corner. But what we're going to do is, where it kind of cracked a little bit in the corner, we'll just put some more buck-tile glue in here that I got from the Retrofit source, and it'll kind of squeeze out of that crack, and we can make it flush. But anyway, so there's what it looks like. So what we're getting ready to do right now is I'm having this reflector painted like what I said before, and to get that out we got to pull this whole piece out. And to do that, you're going to take some needle nose pliers and push in on this, and it'll pop that out. And then you'll take needle nose pliers on this one right here, do the same thing. And then this is actually your adjuster for your headlight. So what you're going to want to do is, we actually marked it with a Sharpie, and then we're going to actually measure it to where we can get as close as we can, so we won't have to do as much adjusting once it's back on the car. So you'll take that all the way out, and then this whole piece will slide out. And then this actually has 3 screws behind it, or 2 screws, one here, and then it's just got a guide on the bottom, and then that reflector will come off. So we can get that painted. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that now off camera. Pretty self-explanatory. And then tomorrow you'll see me taking the stuff to the paint shop. Okay, so here's a quick thing I want to show you guys now that we have it out of the headlight. So once you take it out and then you start unscrewing these, there's actually 2 that have a rubber gasket on them. And it'll be the one, you can tell from the back side, so it'll be this one and then that one. Both of those have rubber gaskets on them, and the screws are a little bit longer. So what we did is we just pulled that reflector out. It's sitting right there. So we pulled it out, and then we just put those back in place so we would know exactly where they went. But those are the only 2 screws that have those rubber gaskets on them, or spacers on them, and the screws themselves are a little bit longer. And then those are what like the normal size look like. But anyway, so there's that little tip. Alright guys, so it's the next morning, and I've got everything loaded up inside the 4Runner, and we're going to run it down to Jeff. He's the paint guy, he's the same guy. So there's all the stuff. We're going to run it down to Jeff. He's the same guy that did my side skirts. He does mostly all my paint stuff. And so yeah, we'll get them dropped off, and then we'll hopefully get them picked back up tomorrow morning, so we can go ahead and start doing the retrofit stuff. Alright guys, so again, my painter, his name is Jeff Gwynn. If you guys need anything painted, he's actually located behind the CVS going up State Line Road in Elizabethton. And his shop, it's a yellow sign that says Jeff's Paint and Body on it. And so come up here and give him some business if you would. He's a really good painter, and he takes his time, and he's the only one that I haven't seen, because there's a couple other painters in town that I've tried before, and they don't do as good a job as Jeff does. So anyway guys, we got all the parts taken off, we got them given to him. So now we're going to go back home, and we're actually going to start on another project real quick, which will be the next video after this one, and that'll be the Desod green header. Alright guys, I know the video is kind of cut off right there. I actually didn't make a real outro for that video, because I actually just went ahead and went right on back home and started on that header. So we'll go ahead and we'll end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I tried to make as many time lapses as I could, because the videos were going to be really long if I didn't, and I didn't want to have like a 30-minute YouTube video. So if you guys need any help, like I said before, you know, taking any of that stuff apart, just DM me on my Instagram. I'll have it pop up right here. Or, you know, just comment down below and I'll help you the best I can. And if there's a lot of questions, I'll go ahead and I'll just go back to the video and I'll go through all that time lapse just like a normal video. It'll just be super long. So if you guys want that, I could do that too. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching again. And we have a lot of new subscribers coming in, and I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the channel here recently. Also, one thing I want to tell you guys is I've been going through the analytics and stuff, and most of the people watching my videos actually haven't subscribed. So if you're one of those guys, please go ahead and subscribe now. And if you already subscribed, make another YouTube for your dog, make one for your sister, your brother, your mom. I don't care who it is. Make it and subscribe to me, because it'll help me get to the 1,000 mark. So that way we can get back monetized, so I can create more content for you guys, because that little bit of income will help me get parts so I can keep making videos for you all. And also remember to like the video and share it, so that way we can get more traffic coming through the channel. And remember to always build your masterpiece no matter what other people think. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.